Hey, what's up? It's Y, and we're back with another episode of Why Stop Now. I'm your host, Wiley Mitchell, and with me today I had the pleasure of bringing in Miss Amanda Ferguson. Amanda, if you had to pick any coffee that you could drink for the rest of your life, what would it be?
So my personal favorite right now is Mountain Air Roasters. They have a wonderful Highland grog. It is a butterscotch infused flavor of dark coffee beans. It's absolutely delicious. It's my personal favorite.
That sounds phenomenal.
It was great. We actually got the opportunity to feature it during our march for St. Patrick's Day. It was a really nice ode. Yeah.
So you are across the street from the CMU campus, and you own, and I'm sorry if I get the name wrong, I practiced it, but I'll still probably mess it up here.
You're fine.
You're the owner of Colorado Craft
Coffee and Beer House. Correct.
See,
I know, it's one of those really long things, and when we were coming up with the name of it, we just thought it was a very straight to the point showcasing of what we have to offer. Our primary focus is any Colorado roasted coffee or any crafted Colorado beer. We do not brew anything in-house. We simply bring it in from across the state to showcase different features of those locations. We often bring in some local coffee roasters from Palisade, Switchback. We also have some Telluride. We have a lot of different opportunities to showcase some state features.
And beyond just bringing in new brews, is it the same type of thing with the coffee? Do you bring in different coffee from all throughout the state, or is it only your beer selection?
We do. Everything that you see, whether it's beer or coffee, is from the state of Colorado. It rotates around about every 10 days. So every time you come in, it's probably something different, but it's always from the state of Colorado.
So if you come in 3 different times a month, you're going to find 3 different types of things on your menu.
Ideally, that is correct. When it comes to beer, we always try to be sure there's a Pilsner, there's a lager, there's a sour, there's a cider. We try to have stouts. It's just a way to just showcase different things. But we always try to have something everybody would like, whether that is beer or coffee.
That's great. And I mean, you're across the street from a college campus, so I feel like you are going to hit that some way or another, right? Between beer or coffee, you're probably going to find something you like.
We certainly try. With being located so close to the campus, we obviously want to make a location that is safe, that students can come study in, that they can have a good time in and know that they're going to be okay. We often have students who bring their laptops in. We have groups, especially like the drama club, that come in. Some of our media students come in and they come and have meetings. It's just a great way to bring our local community together.
And what better way to do it than through coffee?
That's right, coffee or beer. We certainly service both. Another great feature being located where we are is we are also located just across from the stadium. We do have a lot of teams traveling from out of town, parents that are visiting with their students that are coming across, and we're just kind of a nice little place where they can come and catch a coffee to go or stay and have a beer between games. It's a great way just to get familiar with our community and those who are coming in visiting.
And I feel like that's such a great way to showcase what we have to offer here, maybe for those people who are visiting.
Absolutely. Completely agree. We do have a lot of parents that come in that they're visiting the CMU campus.
Right.
They're just coming with their kiddos, with their families, just to see what your campus has to offer. And sometimes they'll stop by the shop, and we're very appreciative.
Good to see. Another thing that your husband told me was that everything in there is so Colorado that even the colors on the walls are from the official color palette of Colorado.
That is correct. So when James and I were putting this idea together, we actually went to the CDOT website, and they will give you featured colors to represent the state. And as we were kind of putting those colors together, you'll notice on our walls we have a maroon color, we have a green color, a blue color, and like a wheat color.
Okay.
They're just different variations of what the state represents color-wise. It's kind of a neat concept. And also, if you'll notice, in our bathroom, it sounds kind of odd, but if you come into the bathroom, we have Colorado posters, movies that were made in Colorado with little factual trivia tidbits about the movie posters that you see on the wall. Where they were shot in Colorado, it's just another fun way to just showcase Colorado.
That's so fun. Actually, the other day, my director, Maccoy Abeyta and I, decided to come to your shop. You were so kind to let us in, and we got to meet with your husband, and he taught us how to make a white mocha almond rocha.
Oh boy.
So we better take a look at that.
Absolutely.
Today, Maccoy and I came across the street to try out some coffee. James, tell us the name of your company and a little bit about you.
So we are Colorado Craft Coffee and Beer House, located right across the street. That's the name. Or you can just abbreviate it and call it the Craft. Super simple, nice nickname, but officially Colorado Craft Coffee and Beer House.
Perfect. And what are you going to teach Maccoy and I how to make today?
We're going to teach you guys how to make our special, which is the Almond Rocha White Mocha espresso drink.
I'm really excited to try this. I always love your specials.
Thank you.
Maccoy, how are you feeling?
I'm excited for this one. I think it's going to be a fun one. Yeah.
It's been received really well, and yeah, it'll be fun. It's easy, it's fun, tastes great.
I can't wait.
There
Let's
we
get
go.
to it.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so I'm gonna do this and you're gonna do this, all right?
Sounds good.
All right. So the higher up, the better. Otherwise, it kind of spits it everywhere.
Gotcha.
Okay. You can tap it down a little bit. You can see, we can still see the line just a little bit, right? Okay, so that's about where we want to be.
Okay.
Okay, and then with our tamper, that's all this is a tamper. We want to get this evenly pressed. Okay. Just a little bit more, man.
bit
You
more?
got it. Yeah, you're good. The smaller cups we're going to use for our coffee.
Okay.
The larger pitchers we're going to use for our milk. Every pitcher's different,
Right.
so you got to know kind of what level you do.
Okay.
So I'm going to fill it up to the level that I know that we do for this drink. Wiley, inside you'll see like almost like a burn mark with a clear spot above it.
Okay.
If you will fill up the milk to that clear spot above the burn mark, that's not a professional term, by the way, that's just what I know this pitcher has. So in this, we just want a nice little puddle of white chocolate. So you're gonna fill up that bottom saucer part of that.
That much?
That's perfect.
Sweet.
1001, 1002. Okay? And again, everybody
I don't
does
know
this
how to
different.
count.
I mean, you just use your
1001,
fingers.
1002.
There you go.
Whoa,
Clear.
Sweet.
Done. When we steam the milk, the tip of the steamer, we typically put right above, right into the milk, but not like down in it. Okay?
Got it.
Okay, so we're just gonna turn this on. You hear that? And then you hear that sound? Look at this guy.
You're killing it, barista.
He's a barista, see? Pull it down a little bit. You tell me when it's getting hot on your hands, okay? Too hot.
Too hot.
Everybody makes a mess. Here we go. Go ahead and tap it on the...
I mean, yeah.
Wiley's in. She's giving you like it's like dirty jobs, and then she's like, just push the button. Okay, so all you gotta do is just push the button right there. That's single shot, double shot.
Okay.
Hit the double shot. Ready?
Yep,
1,
let's do
2, 3, go. Okay. How hard is that? Remember, we have white chocolate in this.
Okay.
We're just gonna stir this up.
We're making a mess.
That's it. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. Okay. See how the color changed?
Yeah.
We know that the chocolate, we know that the syrup's all in there.
Mixed in. Okay.
So now, just dump it in. Dump the coffee in. We'll tap, make sure that you get everything out of there. Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, what we're going to do is, when we pour this in, we're going to pour it, and we're going to we want the milk to shoot through and hit the bottom.
Okay.
And we're just going to, like my hand like this. I'm not nervous. This is kind of the technique we're going to do to help separate, so we get that nice foam on the top, okay?
Okay.
It takes time, it takes practice. You got this stuff. All right.
You have more faith than I do. Okay.
So again, we want it to hit. See how that was a kind of a heavy
Okay.
pour? And you see how I'm shifting? See how all the foam is staying on the top and it's not going in the drink?
Yeah.
See that foam? So now if we want to do a design or something like that, we could. For this drink, we're not going to do that, but you see how the foam is almost like a shaving cream?
I should have had Maccoy do this part. It's because one I'm going to mess up. Okay, mango heavy pour.
There you go. Now start shimmying. A little shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff there. That's the technical term. Oh, look at you. Look at it. Oh.
Okay, so now
Okay, now keep going. Yeah. Hey.
Foaming it.
That's okay. That's good. That's good. That's probably good. It's probably full.
Color.
Oh, that's super
I don't know why I
full.
keep
Yeah.
This is just cinnamon and sugar. Just you pat it like a baby butt. Okay?
Okay. Oh, never patted a baby butt before.
Here you go. You got time.
Wow.
I mean, it works, right, guys?
All
It
right,
works.
we'll take
First
it.
time
I'm
for
learning,
everything.
I'm
Take the flavor.
Okay. Then more white chocolate, because who doesn't want white chocolate? And we're just gonna do
Little zigzag.
little zigzag in there.
Almost like a W for life.
Almost like a W for, that's what we meant to do the whole time, right, guys? Then you're gonna start at the side. You're just gonna go up and back, up and back. And look at that beautiful design. All right.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
See, now you gotta cheers.
That's it. I'm still gonna
Oh, it
spill
does
it.
taste really good. There we go.
Okay.
That's phenomenal.
Is that good?
Really good.
I think that might be my favorite drink I've got.
Hey,
That's it,
that's it.
that's
All
it.
right, we'll take it. Okay, you don't like coffee.
I'm not a coffee person, no.
Would drink again?
Definitely.
I-
I do like this, yeah.
Perfect. I think you guys should cheers again.
delicious.
That's
Yeah.
Let's
great.
do it. Thank you, James, for having us in, and let's
Yep.
see you back in the studio.
All right.
So, you weren't there for that yesterday. You didn't get to see it all go down. But now that you got to see it, what did you think? How did we do?
I think you guys did a phenomenal job. James has the luxury of doing that every day for the past 6 months. So the fact that you guys could get some nice foam, some nice presentation, I think you guys did a phenomenal job.
Well, thank you. We definitely tried.
Well, good.
We had a lot of fun with it. So, thank you for letting us come in and do that yesterday. That was so fun.
Absolutely. We were more than happy to have you.
So, we've talked a lot about your company, but for a minute, I kind of want to talk about you, get to know you. So, you're originally a Grand Junction resident. What's it been like growing up here, and what made you decide to stay?
You know, James and I are both Grand Junction natives. Together we have a blended family of 5, and we always just felt like Grand Junction was just a nice community. We are very lucky to be so supported as a community. We really want to bring people together in a safe place that they can just hang out. We really can't envision ourselves anywhere else.
Well, I think Grand Junction's a perfect place for that, and I'm definitely happy to have you here. And I'm so happy you guys moved across the street.
Thank you.
So, what inspired you guys to start that coffee shop?
James and I conceptualized that in September of 2022.
That was not very long ago.
It was not very long ago, and within a year we were solidified and working together to create a business. We decided that when we were branching off to decide to do something on our own, James traveled a lot with the wine industry, and
Okay.
he made some very deliberate decisions within that to always visit local breweries, local coffee houses, beer houses, and just see what the local community had. And when we were designing this idea and coming together with some different thoughts to try to put
Right.
this together, we decided that that would be a great way to showcase the state. The state has so much to offer, and we just wanted a place that we could do that.
So when you guys were crafting up this idea in your mind, did you know that the place, that your current location would be where you would end up, or did you just know that you wanted to be in town somewhere?
You know, we tossed around a couple different ideas. And we were very lucky to just stumble across the opportunity to be across from the college. We definitely had some different ideas in mind, but we are very grateful for where we are.
Good. I'm glad that it worked out how it was supposed
did.
to for you.
Absolutely.
What would you say has been the greatest challenge with starting your own business from the ground up?
I would say just being patient with the process. That means it takes a while to get traction. It takes a while for people to recognize that you're there. Before we became a business in that location, it had been empty for 2 years. So even just getting people to recognize that there's actually somebody
Something's
in there
happening,
now,
right.
that has been a challenge. Just understanding that you're doing your best and understanding that you are trying your hardest, and we are very customer focused. We want to be sure that every time somebody comes in there, they are gaining an experience, and that's what we want.
I would say that's what first attracted me to your shop, was walking in there and just that overwhelming sense of like, hey, you're welcome here and we want you here, and how can we help you?
Absolutely.
I thought that was great.
Thank you.
What advice would you give to somebody who might be starting their own business and might be struggling with those things?
Sure. So I would say my advice would just be positive, just be patient, and keep moving forward. One of our business models and one of the mottos that we really take to heart is work hard, be nice, find a way. If you are doing those 3 things in life, you're going to be successful. So we really try to represent those things. We will work hard, we will always be nice, and we will do our best to find a way to give you an experience that makes you want to come back.
So like find a way. Do you mean by that, is that more customer focused, or is that like, we just had a dream to make a coffee shop less than a year ago and we put it into action and make it happen? Or is it just kind of a life motto that's flowed through, every aspect?
Sure. So I would say for us, that's kind of a life motto.
Okay.
I really think that if you find a way to just do your best, to give your best in every aspect of your life, that will shine through, whether it's in a personal experience or a professional experience.
Well, I think that is a great motto to live by.
Thank
personally.
you. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like to add before we wrap up the show today?
I would really just like to emphasize that we welcome everybody at our location. We want everybody to feel like they're warm and welcome. We do trivia trivia is every Friday night. It starts at 6:30. We always advise that you come a little bit early because seats do fill up fast. It always is it's a standing room only. Al, who is one of our team members, he handles our trivia and he does a phenomenal job. It's a really fun evening. They're teams of 2, so it's not like you're overwhelmed with gigantic teams. It's
Right.
really just small, fun teams, good time. We also do beer bingo on trivia.
Fun.
Yeah, and it's from 6:30 to 7:30. It's really low key. It's a lot of fun. We invite kids to come down. It's a little bit more family orientated, a little bit more casual. We understand that families have dinner and families need to go to bed early. Kids have school the next day. But come down for an hour. We play as many rounds of bingo as we can. If you win a round, you get a free beer or coffee.
Sweet.
Yeah, we usually recommend you start a tab, and if you win, we'll just take it off your tab. We also really want to just be a place where you feel welcome to be there. We just really want to represent the state. We want to represent Grand Junction and be part of our community.
I think it is incredible what you guys are doing, and it's been such a pleasure to be able to talk to you about it today. I mean, just like hearing your passion for the business that you've started and the passion that you have for representing this state and everything that Colorado has to offer. I've really enjoyed hearing that.
Well, thank you. We certainly hope you and many of our fantastic CMU students come in. We're always happy to have you.
Well, we appreciate it, and we do appreciate the 15% MAV discount that we get when we go in there as well.
Absolutely. You can mention that anytime. We'll be sure to take it off your tab, but you'll always get a 15% discount when you come in.
Well, thank you. And Maccoy, we better go back so we can utilize
Definitely.
that discount again.
Come back.
Well, thank you again so much for coming on, Amanda. It has been such a pleasure to talk to you today. And I just thank you for your time, and thank you for letting us learn how to make a coffee with you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us, and you are welcome anytime.
Thank you. Why stop now? The story is just getting started.